everyone, we're here in my kitchen today, and I'm here because a lot of you have been asking, how do I get my diet and fitness on track? What's the best way to get my foods prepped for the week? What do you eat? What should I eat? All these food questions. So I figured let's just nip it in the bud, come on into my kitchen, and let's see exactly what I do to prep my foods for the week. And we're all different, so everyone's going to have different preferences of the vegetables they choose or even the proteins that they eat. But the basic idea of how you prep your food is what we're going to show you today. So come on in. So the first thing I'm starting with is my protein source. Now the protein choice could be anything from lean chicken breasts to lean turkey to lean ground beef, grass-fed. Today I'm just showing you an example of the prep for the chicken, and it would apply the same to any other choice. So I have a few spices that I love. I love turmeric. It has so many health benefits. I just love turmeric. I also love cumin, which I use. We've got rosemary, which gives it an excellent flavor. Typically you can add your olive oil before or after. I do it both ways. Today I'm doing it after. But just a little bit of olive oil on there. A little pepper. Okay. Really easy. But once this is done, I'm set for the week, which is the best news of meal prep, is I don't have to worry about it and wonder what I'm going to eat in the middle of the week. And, when I'm hungry, I'll be able to just grab something that I've prepped. Makes it super easy. Set yourself up for success. That's the goal. Okay, so we're doing vegetables now, and the vegetables I'm using today are going to be yellow squash, green beans, broccoli. I'm even throwing in fennel, which is one of my favorite vegetables. So here we go. Basically, it's just cut, prep, and then steam. The fennel's an interesting vegetable. The best way to chop it is to take off these little guys, take off the end. Then you're on to the heart of it. Slice it this way. These have all been washed already. So now I'm just to the cutting stage. I actually like a bit of the stalk because I just think it tastes really good once it's steamed. So I always save that. A lot of people don't use it, but I like it. The green beans. Come here, guys. So I just take off a little bit of the ends here. These have already kind of been prepped in the store the way I bought them, but I still take off the ends a little more. So I'm back at the chicken now, and it's done. I'm just going to test it. And I'm going to cut a little bit into the center to see where it is. It's a teeniest little bit pink, so I'm going to leave it on there. And also what I'm going to do is I like to also then slice them in half, so I'm sure to get through to the center. So now the chicken is done. So now next step is bring it to my cutting board. And I'm going to slice it into small little pieces. It'll then be prepped for each meal. So far I've only spent literally 15 minutes in my kitchen. And the benefit, the value of this 15 to 30 minutes, maybe it'll be 30 minutes by the time I'm all done, is I have all my food for the week. I'm good to go. I don't have to worry about what I'm going to get on the road. So keep that in mind. The vegetables are done. It's time to cut those up and include those. So I'm going to bring this whole thing actually over to the sink. So once you've taken them out of the steamer, your vegetables, rinse them in cold water so that you stop the cooking process and you keep more of the nutrients and vitamins in the vegetables. So I always rinse them in cool water. A half to a cup of vegetables per meal is a good amount, which ends up looking like, a couple of your vegetables might be this much right here. And if you want to be meticulous about it, grab your measuring cup, which I often use. Let's just see how close I came. Yeah, there you go. That's a cup. Okay, so that's what that would look like. Then what I start doing is I start prepping the meal. So I put my vegetables in. So you can get to a point in your diet where you don't have to measure because you can eyeball, and that's great. But if you want to be very meticulous and very spot on, you can use the measure, your little scale, and I love this little scale. It's perfect. I got it on Amazon. And I go for about 4 ounces of chicken. I do then suggest that you prep your protein and you add it directly to your bowl. Like I would call this your meal bowl, right? So you prep it, and now it's ready to go. So we've talked about what you're going to prep, which would be your proteins, your chickens, your lean turkey, fish sources, or grass-fed beef if you eat that. And we've talked about the vegetables and prepping that. The only thing missing now is fats, right? So we want to make sure that you do get your fats, and that can be like the sources for your fats could be almonds, that could be walnuts, that could be avocados, which I often use and love. But you want to be sure to include at every meal a bit of fat, because that balances out the nutrients. So the best thing about what I've done in the kitchen, and it's taken me literally probably 45 minutes total, is I've set myself up now for complete success all week long. And maybe I might run out of this food by Wednesday or Thursday, and then I'll prep a few more things. I'm stacking the deck in my favor, and that's really what it comes down to with your fitness, your diet, and nutrition, is stack the deck in your favor. Why not? Why wouldn't you, right? So now you know how to do it. Get the things you need. You might need a steamer, you might need extra pots, you might need more Tupperwares, the proper knives, you might want a George Foreman grill, but get the tools to help you set your kitchen up for success.